Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Sports. I'm your host Evan, and today, after week 3 of the NFL season, I want to go over which teams I think could host the Lombardi Trophy come February, my Super Bowl contenders. We're going to play Contender, Pretender, starting off the Green Bay Packers, 3-0. I'm going Contender. Aaron Rodgers has been the best quarterback in the National Football League so far. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. He's ad-libbing, making typical Aaron Rodgers plays, but he's also playing very well within the system. Matt LaFleur's offense, play action, and bootlegs, which makes sense considering that LaFleur comes from that Sean McVay coaching tree. Packers have scored 43, 42, and 37 points this year, and they're doing that without Devontae Adams at times. Jair Alexander has been great at corner for them. Packers are contenders. LA Rams sitting at 2-1, but I'm going to go Pretender. I know Sean McVay has been killing it. He is a mad scientist with his play action, his bootlegs, move Jared Goff around the pocket. A lot of easy completions, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee. This offense looks a lot more like it did 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. And I'll give Jared Goff credit. He was my 27th quarterback coming into the season, but he's made a lot of plays on his own, not just scheme plays, a lot of big-time throws. But they were pushed around in the first half against Buffalo. Unfortunately, I'm going Pretender with the Rams. The aforementioned Buffalo Bills 3-0 Contender. Josh Allen is on absolute fire right now, playing like a top 5 MVP candidate. Stephon Diggs is still an elite receiver, really helping out Allen. And this is still a very strong defense led by Coach Sean McDermott, Tre'Davious White, good linebacking core, great secondary. I like the Bills as contender because Josh Allen has taken the next step towards stardom at the quarterback position. Tom Brady's team, 2-1, Buccaneers. I'm going to go contender as well. Tom Brady is playing very well this season. He's not washed, making a lot of great throws in the play action game with Bruce Arians dialing up these plays. And the weapons are unbelievable. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Scotty Miller even. But the connection between Brady and Evans is still in the works. They're not on the same page. Multiple times on film, I saw miscommunications, Brady not understanding how Evans prefers to run a route. But they'll get on the same page. It's as simple as a limited offseason program. That will fix itself. That connection will build. And this is a very, very good pass rush. 6 sacks in Denver a week ago. 2 forced turnovers. Very good defense. Brady, along with great weapons and play caller. I like the Buccaneers to potentially play in their home stadium for the Super Bowl this season. That would be the first time ever. What about America's team, Dallas Cowboys? Only 1-2, Pretender here. They're 6-10 in their last 16 games. The secondary is atrocious. I know it's a high-flying passing attack with Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, but they don't win close games. And normally, that's a fluky stat. But it's become a real trend. They're 2-8 in one-possession games the last year in 3 games, and they don't beat good teams. It's very simple. They can't beat teams above 500. It's been a trend of Dak Prescott's career. They feast on the weak, struggle against top teams. Pretender. My New Orleans Saints, 1-2, Pretender as well. Drew Brees has been a bottom 3 quarterback with Carson Wentz and Dwayne Haskins. He's been in that category. He has fallen off a cliff. The Saints cannot throw the football. They're undisciplined on defense. There's way too many penalties. They need Michael Thomas back, but even with Michael Thomas, I don't think they have enough of a passing game. You can't just throw the ball 3 yards down the field every play. That's not going to take you to a Super Bowl. Saints can't win it. I think Winston would be better than Breeze at this point. Patriots, 2-1, contender. You have Bill Belichick. You have Cam Newton. Newton is playing like a top 10 quarterback. Belichick is obviously the best coach in football. He gives them a massive advantage week in, week out. Still, very good defense. The secondary. I know they gave up some big plays against Seattle, who we'll talk about later. But come on. Every defense is giving up big plays against Seattle and Russell Wilson. Now, the receiver core is not very good. N'Keal Harry, Edelman, but McDaniel's play design and the threat of Cam Newton's legs help open up this offense and make it easier on the receivers. Dump it off to Rex Burkhead in the backfield. Patriots, they find ways to win. Cam Newton, Bill Belichick, contender. Chiefs, best team in football, easy contender here. They blew out the Baltimore Ravens. They have the best quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. And they have a track team on the perimeter. That speed getting down the field with Mahomes' arm strength, ability to make downfield throws off platform is just a match made in heaven. Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, they're bringing a lot of creativity with the play calling to the table. And even when people freak out like they did about the Chargers game a week ago, they say they play bad, the Chiefs always find ways to win. Now their only weakness is when teams play that cover 3 defense. I mentioned on Saturday, they limit the big plays. Can Kansas City move the ball down the field methodically? That's what's remained to be seen. But this is the best team in football. They're probably going to win the Super Bowl. Easy contender with the Chiefs. What about the team they blew out? Baltimore Ravens. 2-1. I'm still going contender, even though I think they're the Milwaukee Bucks of the NFL. They obliterate average to below average teams, and then they struggle a lot more against the top teams. But I still think this is the second best team in the sport. Lamar Jackson is the top 5 quarterback. This is a top 5 defense. Now, as I mentioned, this defense does not match up well with the speed of Kansas City. Press man-to-man, that's not going to work against multiple 4-3 receivers that Kansas City has. Can't play press coverage against them. You need to sit back and make sure the Chiefs beat you on 10-play drives. They did not do that. That's why they got blown out. But ultimately, I still like the Ravens as a contender, even though I'm a little bit skeptical of their postseason ability and ability against elite top teams. But I'm going contender. Tennessee Titans, 3-0, but I'm going pretender. Ryan Tannehill was exceptional last year, and he's been good this year, but not great. Let's see if he can play like he did down the stretch last year. And they're 3-0, but they won by a total of 6 points. And they played the Broncos, Jaguars, and Vikings. None of those teams are any good. The defense has struggled. You've given up 30 points to both Minnesota and Jacksonville. Pretender on the Titans. And their game is getting pushed back to Monday or Tuesday because they had a little bit of a COVID outbreak. 3 people tested positive. Steelers, 3-0. I like this team going into the year. I'm sticking with contender. They are great defensively. This is maybe the best front 7 in the league. And I do think they have enough offensively with Big Ben, Juju, Deontay Johnson. It's not a great explosive offense, but it's enough when you can rely on this elite defense. They're 3-0, but each team they beat is 0-3. Steelers haven't faced tough competition. They play the Ravens in a few weeks. That will be a good test. Contender with Pittsburgh. Seattle Seahawks, 3-0. Contender. Russell Wilson is on pace. Ready for this? For 5,000 yards, 75 touchdowns, 5 interceptions on 77% completion. I think that says enough. The receiving core is very good. DK Metcalf is probably a top 10 receiver. This combination of Wilson's deep ball and Metcalf's speed and size is lethal. We saw that against Dallas twice. The secondary, that's the problem with Seattle. They can't stop anyone. Jamal Adams, the star safety they traded for, has been exposed in coverage. And I've been critical of Pete Carroll because he takes the ball out of Wilson's hands. But I gotta give him credit because he is letting Russ cook, which makes the Seahawks true Super Bowl contenders. Final team here, same division as Seattle, the San Francisco 49ers, sitting at 2-1. I bet against them this week. I actually thought the Giants would beat them, but they blew them out. They are a contender because of Kyle Shanahan. With Nick Mullins and backup skill position players, Kyle Shanahan, his offense scored 36 on the road. He's an absolute offensive genius. I could complete some passes with him as my coach. And they get a ton of talent back from injuries in the next coming weeks. Garoppolo could come back as early as this week against Philadelphia. Now, they did lose Nick Bosa for the season. That certainly hurts this defense. They need pressure because the secondary isn't great. But Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy Garoppolo coming back, still going with Contender on the 49ers. Click that subscribe button and drop your comments and thoughts down below. I'm host Evan, and I'm out. Peace.